So we have failed to sneak up on her, and she turns to look in our direction, and are you making any attempt to avoid conflict here?
No, I'm going to tell her time to meet your maker.
Alright, so we are rolling for initiative.
That's pretty good.
Alright. So, what do you have?
I have a 16.
Okay, you are going first.
Excellent. How about yourself?
You have 36 hit points. Just want to keep track of that here, too.
Hit points. It's 36, yes.
Yeah. Alright, I have an 11.
What about Happy Girl?
In a second, I just have to add her modifier to her roll. Let's see, what is your dexterity? Vapula? She has an 8.
And my owl has a 3. Bonus doesn't matter. She'll be going last.
But she does. I think it's +1. Or plus.
There's a 4.
Yeah. Four.
How does she respond to seeing me?
Well, her irritation and confusion that was on look of irritation and confusion on her face solidifies into one of disgust. How many hit points does Strahl have?
It doesn't really matter.
It does.
Have a look. 3.
3. Okay. His breath and Vapula's flying.
Actually, hold on.
What?
I was just going to use my last one point to have my all reroll and her initiative roll.
Doesn't work.
Why not?
Your luck is only for you.
Oh, for me right now. My bad.
I know she's your familiar, but technically it still doesn't work.
How far is she away from me?
She's at the top of the stairs, floating, so... It's quite quite far from here, so it's probably close to about 100 feet distance.
Okay. I'm not going to go straight ahead because I want to put up the lateral distance between you and I. But I'm going to move my full movement forward and a bit off to the left.
Are you going up the staircase? Okay, so you go up this. Okay, so you're going up the staircase. So from where you're positioned, let's say. Okay. So you're about 15 feet up the staircase, basically, just off to the left.
Still well within range.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to look this up. What's the range on Maximilian's grasp, earthen grasp? I forgot to look it up. My bad. New spell.
Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. 30 feet, 5 foot square.
Nowhere near close enough.
Nowhere near close enough, no.
Alright. I guess I will... Magic Missile her.
Okay, cast Magic Missile. At what level?
1.
Okay.
For 12 points of damage.
Alright, well, the look of irritation and frustration and anger on her face, and she's about to turn to make... Looks like she's about opening her mouth to make a demand of you when you release your hands and all 3 arcane bolts just slam into her, even from 85 feet away in an instant. And she did not like that, and is just... It's just like... Her, and the look of anger turns to one of hate. And you're quite clear, yep, this is definitely a combat. There's no way out of this now.
Didn't think so.
No. Alright, is that all you're going to be doing?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so I am up next. Well, that was quite effective, and I can see her from where my position is, so I'm just going to move to the base of the stairs so I have a clear shot. And then I'm just going to hit her with Magic Missile myself. At second level. Eight. Plus 1, 9 plus 4, 13 points of force damage. She's taken a beating already. She's taken 25 points of damage at the start of the round. She is not happy, and you can tell that from that she's very. She's basically has been bloody for all those purposes. In just under 6 seconds, basically. She, even though she took a bit more damage from my magic missile, you are still the focus of her ire at the moment.
I'm her favorite person in the world.
Okay, it's her turn now. She reaches into that pack at her side, and she pulls out an object which resembles a jet black skull. It looks like it would be about, size-wise, it looks similar to that of the skull of a child. It's not, because it's a charred black, rune-carved, and you see it has exaggerated fangs and even horns. But it does look somewhat similar to something visibly to something we've seen once before.
Okay, it doesn't ring a bell.
No. Well, you actually see her float down somewhat to the floor, and she drops it right on the ground, and you hear her speak an incantation in a language that neither of us understands.
Do I recognize this object?
No.
Okay.
You do not. And then she literally drives her foot into the skull, breaking it. And as you do that, you see 4... Well, hang on. I actually have to... No, let's roll here. Oh, okay, so... You see 2 motes of fire blaze out of it and go flying up into the air, trailing smoke. And then they expand into a cloud of black smoke. And then you see 2 familiar creatures that we've encountered once before, under the control of a Court of the 7 sorcerer, materialize.
Oh, those guys!
Yeah, we see the mix of red and black hide, the black resembling stone, the red resembling sinew, and there's bits of exposed bone. Small imp-like creatures with skull-like faces, wings, and a pitchfork. So, and there are 2 of them, and she says, "Kill them." And then she pulls out a second object from the same pack.
So, where are the issues?
I haven't rolled for them yet. Oh, okay. Well, the good news is they're not going this round. The bad news is they have a 19.
Alright. Join before me.
Yes. 2 Keiko Demon Pawns. You hear me say from behind you, "Oh joy, not these things again." They weren't too tough to kill last time, but they were annoying to fight, you remember. And
that little saving throw at the end was kind of irritant.
she also pulls out a potion vial, uncorks it and drinks it.
Stop drinking my treasure! I yell at.
I was wondering if that was coming. No, don't be too bad. This is a sad potion. Okay. Yep, but she does heal. But she looks a little disappointed by the amount of healing she gets from that potion. She then floats back up. He's floating near the top of the ceiling.
Alright, so next is my owl.
Yes, the owl is next in the initiative order.
And she's going to fly up and get a reasonable...
Yeah, using Dragon's Breath is a bonus action, so your owl can actually dash as her action to get closer.
Yeah. And I want her to fly so that she gets as many of them as possible. See how the Keiko Demons haven't moved yet?
No.
I assume they're right beside her, and she can get all 3 3 of them in her dragon's breath.
Yeah, your owl will have to get close to the Cake of Demon Pawns because it's only a 15-foot cone, and she has a bit of distance.
Yep.
All right, so a 15-foot cone of lightning.
Yeah.
Somehow, Dragon's Breath is 3d6 if I remember correctly. So, all right, and it's a Dexterity save, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, it has to. Yes, for sure. All right. And I'll roll for them.
Oh, that is horrible.
I have 3 dice here. It's fine. I'll roll. Oops, usually. Okay. Well, Vapula has a total of 20, so she saves. A Cake of Demon Paw. One rolled an 8, and one rolled a natural 1.
Okay. Vapula.
Takes half damage. 2 points of light. 2?
2.
Okay. She takes the damage.
The Cake of Demon that failed takes 5. And the other one takes 10.
Okay. Well, one really doesn't like it. Because it's a crit, thanks to our house rule on rolling natural ones on saving throws.
Yep.
The other one is bothered, and she's mostly irritated that an owl is suddenly.
The 1 and 2
On 3d6, yeah, that's sad. Alright, that brings us to the top of the round, which is the pawn's turn. Alright.
Her orders were
To kill them.
us.
Well, them, yes. So, yeah, there are 7 creatures, so they obey her orders without question.
Wow, like another shot here.
So they're both going to have. They have a flying speed of 40 feet, so they have to dash to get close to us.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Actually, yeah. Both of them can dash to get right beside you, basically. I'm a bit further behind, but that's all they can do.
Alright.
So you have 2 of them not flanking you, but both of them are in melee.
Alright.
One might decide to go for me. You haven't decided. They don't know yet. They just got there. So your turn.
My turn.
You have 2 of them. Both of them are a little charged from the lightning.
Well, that kills the plan I had.
You do remember from your previous encounter with these things that they have some degree of fire resistance. Not lightning resistance, it seems, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so it does change what I wanted to do, which is really annoying. Alright, I'm gonna magic missile her again.
Okay, you're ignoring them and going straight for her. Fine. Okay.
Yep. I am going to use the wand this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn 2 charges.
So this is a 2nd level magic missile.
Yep.
Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be better.
No, see now they're almost all 2.
Yeah, that happened with me.
Exactly the same amount you got, 13.
13! She's not liking that. You undid all of the potion. And then some.
Well, there's no way she got 15 from a single health potion without being static and looking at it.
No. It was not that good.
Alright, you're up.
I am up. Okay. I was just rolling to see, like, would I be concerned about those 2 Cake of Demon Pawns being a little too close right next to you, and therefore being close to me? Apparently not. Which means, well, the only thing I can do from this range is hit her with more magic missiles.
It's working.
As I will clean up the little things later. Alright. Oh, for crying out loud! 2 1s and a 4. So, 9! I mean, she's taken a lot of damage in a very short succession. She's not happy about this, but... 2 1s.
She's taken 60 points of damage.
She has healed. So
Yeah.
some of that was mitigated.
Yep. Oh, it's her turn.
Yep. It's her turn. And the first thing she does as a bonus action is take out another one of those potions. Alright. And she's going to attempt to, well, reverse magic missile herself, basically, as we like to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a bit better. Okay. This potion's apparently a bit more effective. You see more of her injuries close.
Okay.
Alright, she's looking around. What is she going to do here? Does she care about the owl?
Oh, it did take 2 points of damage from it.
No, she does not care about the owl at all. Yeah, okay, this is what she's going to do. She is going to... fly towards us, actually. She has a fly speed of 60 feet.
Oh, nice.
So she's getting she's closing the distance towards us, flying right by your owl, which cannot make an attack of opportunity because it's a familiar. And is going to bring down both her hands towards both of us, and you've never seen this before. She's casting a spell, but something else is happening. There's some sort of effect that's happening around her mind, her head, and her eyes. As something about about the nature of her as a sorcerer interacts with the spell she's casting, and you suddenly see her cast a single spell, but you feel it suddenly shift towards both of us. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Wisdom saving throw, you said.
Yes.
That'd be a 17.
I have a 19. You feel this something attempting to penetrate your mind, and and you just feel this command on you, almost like hold still is almost what you feel like instinctively. As you feel your body seize up, and through your sheer training as a wizard and your sheer willpower, you're able to break the spell, and so am I. And she looks massively annoyed at that. But then you see something else happening. There's a ring on her finger which sparks, and almost like a swirling nebula around her for a second as she vanishes and reappears 30 feet away.
Okay.
Okay. So she's closed the distance and moved back a bit from that.
Alright.
But both of us...
How far is she away from me now?
She's about 60 feet away. So basically she moved up her full movement and then teleported half of it back.
Okay.
And both of us just shrugged off a twinned hold person spell.
Well, my owl has a choice to make. The 2 demons that are on me
Yes.
is it possible for her to lightning both of them without getting me?
Yes. But she comes around basically on an arc and just gets them in the edge of the cone. She can just avoid you. You can angle in a way to have that happen.
Oh, that's better. So she wasn't 5.
What's your spell save DC?
15.
15. They both fail.
Oh, sorry, 14.
They both fail.
They both take 11 points of damage.
This is going to be interesting. One of them is vaporized from the lightning, and the other one is badly damaged. So I need your owl to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. What's the charisma of my owl?
Yeah, we don't have that written down. I'll look it up 1 second.
No, it doesn't come up very often.
Roll anyway.
It's an 11, plus whatever modifiers there might be.
An owl's charisma is -2.
So that'll make it a 9. Hey, owls are cute. They have a higher charisma than that.
What was the DC on this thing? Your owl fails!
Is it a 10 or something? 5 times each time you guys?
No, it's a 13.
No, 10 is okay. Anyway.
No, that was something else, I think. It fails. You see an after-image ghostly figure of this Kinkadinum pawn appear briefly and then fly into your owl, possessing it for its next turn, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord knows what that's going to fail.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's just like, okay, this is going to take some finagling, I think. All right, so back to the top of the round, which is the one remaining Kinkadimon's pawn that looks like it's on death's door.
Yep.
It's a summoned creature, and it's right beside you, so it's going to attack you.
Alright.
It has a 15 to hit you.
That is.
All right. Alright, you are not you are not paralyzed or frightened or stunned or anything like that, so you only take 4 points of piercing damage from as it shoves its pitchfork in you.
Okay.
That's really all it can do. Yeah. You're up.
It is an action to dismiss my owl, right?
Yes.
With a bonus action.
It's an action.
How far am I from Vapula?
60 feet.
I am going to take a little bit of a risk, but that was not much damage. That demon. I'm going to move closer to one further by 30 feet. This is my move, right?
Alright.
So, attack opportunity.
Yep, so it gets an attack of opportunity on you as you basically run by it. Alright, well that's a 21 to hit.
Still, yeah.
You take 5 more points of piercing damage that literally stabs you in the back.
Then, I'm casting Maximilian Earthen Grasp. And I'm going to have it grab her.
Okay. So you cast a spell as a hand of earth, clay, and soil materializes from the ground, and you just have to grab her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saving throw.
What saving throw is this?
Strength.
Strength. Okay. All right. Well, this is not good for her. I don't think a 10 beats your spell save DC.
No.
So the hand grabs her, so she is grappled and restrained,
Yep.
and she takes damage. That was the question. I don't remember if the spell did damage initially. All right.
Spell. I don't know what damage is.
All right. What's up? I looked it up earlier, so it's right here. 2d6.
I did better with 2d6 than I've been doing with 3d6 all along.
It happens.
She takes 10 points of damage.
Ooh. Yeah. You hear it muffled. You hear her just muffle a cry of pain as a very real hand of solid earth crushes her.
Yeah.
And
She is restrained, yes.
well, don't feel too bad about forgetting the fact that you just forgot what damage you did, because I forgot to have her roll several concentration checks at this point.
Oh, she has to concentrate?
For fly.
Oh, for fly. Well, she's restrained now, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, that's a success. Do I want to roll all of them?
Just roll one more and we'll call it a win.
She succeeds both times.
No, ignore it. These things happen.
Oh! I just forgot one other thing. I'm forgetting a few things today, apparently.
Well,
She
that's
cast
a lot.
hold person, which is concentration.
Oh, so she can't fly.
So she would have teleported. So we'll say retroactively, she would have known that, teleporting the 30 feet she could from using the meta magic feature there towards the ground. It doesn't matter. This is retroactively, so the concentration checks are pointless because yeah,
Alright, anyway.
it's fine. She's restrained by your hand, and now she's near the ground. All right, that is your turn, I believe.
That is all my turn, yes.
All right, it's my turn. Why not? I'll try and take out the last pawn. It rolls an 18 Constitution saving throw against my frostbite.
Did a cantrip.
It has 2 hit points left.
I don't know what I guaranteed it.
I'm running out of spell slots, and there's still a sorceress to deal with.
Fair enough.
All right, that's well, it's my turn basically.
Well, the bullet is now up.
Vapula is now up, so she is restrained.
Yeah.
Yes, use a strength. Okay, to break out the restrained target can use their action to make a strength check.
Yeah.
Well, she's not doing that. And, well, you're in her spell range too. Alright. Quick question, does this require... It does not. Does it require semantic components? Because we have a house rule for restraining. But it's fine. It's not going to come up here.
Just a verbal component?
It's verbal, yes. Alright. She turns towards you and says, Zork, you will pay for betraying the court. And she says, and you see her eyes flash, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Alright.
1 second. I have to get one more thing. Word. There it is. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Roll your saving throw.
23.
23. Okay. Well, you still take half this damage.
Well, she is getting in my wheelhouse now.
Yeah. Okay. Now she can. Because she used empowered spell, she can reroll one of these dice. Use the higher result. Okay, so the 5 was higher than the 1. Alright. So you take half the as you feel this, you don't see anything happen between, nothing visible happens, but you basically see her glare, your eyes flare, and you feel as if a whip literally hits your mind.
Mind whip?
Yeah, you get hit with Tasha's Mind Whip, which you take 8 damage from. Roll high.
Well, that 16 would have hurt.
Yes, and then you see that swirling galaxy effect happen again, and she teleports 30 feet out of the Maximilian's Earth and Grasp.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that does not get rid of it.
No. Okay. No.
That does kind of ruin its ability. 2d6 is not as good as other possibilities.
And then you watch her pull out another potion. Because we're doing a lot of damage to her. Alright, she heals a bit more. Keeping her in this fight. You see her just, like, toss the vial away, and she's just gritting her teeth at me. Something is really irritating her about this.
Well, the fact that we've done 70 points of damage to her so far.
She's still standing.
Huh?
She's still standing.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, and now, so that's her turn. And now we come to your owl.
Yes.
Who is possessed? So as per the rules of the Keiko Demon Pawn possession, its lingering malice effect, it now makes an attack against the nearest ally.
I moved up
Which is
30
me.
feet. You haven't moved.
No, so I am currently about 15 feet from it. So I'd be the nearest ally as far as it's concerned. Now here's the thing. The rules, it specifies it has to be a melee attack, which technically Familiar is not allowed to make. Under normal rules, but this is not the normal situation. So your owl is going to make a melee attack with its claws against me, but fortunately it's not the Dragon's Breath.
Okay, I can't even do that.
This is, I know, under normal rules, but this is the special effect which supersedes that, I think.
Alright, time to roll. Come on, owl.
Okay, roll at advantage because doing this, your owl is taking me by surprise.
My 8 natural 20.
You're kidding.
Oh. What does it do? A D2? It's 1 point of damage?
It does a single point of damage, which is doubled to...
Why? The 2.
No, hang on, because so the Keiko Demon Pawn has another effect which lets it add an extra damage die onto an attack if it makes against a surprised, paralyzed, or stunned target.
You're not.
I'm surprised by this attack.
Oh.
Yeah, so the attack is made at advantage. But, the owl doesn't have a damage die to roll, so it goes from 1 to 2, and then 2 to 4. So I take 4 points of slashing damage as it claws at me, which is a lot more than an owl normally would do. And then the Keiko Demon Pawn's spirit expires.
That was funny.
Yes, but that's the owl's turn, because the position does not wear off till end of turn.
Alright, we're one remaining Keiko Demon.
Yes. It's gonna go for me because I'm closer.
You're close.
Yeah. Alright, and it rolls an 11, which does not hit me. We're back to you now.
Alright.
You've taken a beating, by the way. You've taken a beating from all this.
Me? Oh, yeah, I know. I'm down 17 hit points.
Yeah, you're at 19. You're not quite. You're at about halfway.
Alright. Realizing that my Maximilian's Earthen Grasp is not good against someone who seems to either blinking or teleporting or something, I am going to fall back to my preferred method of dealing with these sorts of things.
Okay. That has to be magic missile.
That's gonna have to
It's
Then
like,
I will fire off 2 more turns.
just like his preferred method of dealing with things. Well, he's not high enough level to cast one of them, so it has to be a magic missile.
Oh, that's more like it.
This is another charge from the wand.
2 charges.
2 charge. Oh, this is okay.
18 points of damage.
Oh, that is brutal. She's still up. But
That was a good one.
yeah, that was a good one. You see her literally cough up a bit of blood after all those bolts slam into her.
Yeah. There's no point concentrating on the Maximilian Earthen Grasp anymore.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, Dragon's Breath expires then. Is going too. Okay, so you stop concentrating on Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or going back to the move, sure, but
There are other spells that let you do that.
yeah.
But not that one.
Not that
Also, she's 30 feet from it now. So,
That can move.
it can, yes. Not far.
Alright,
No, waste of a spell slot, I guess.
I want to try this spell. That's fine.
Alright,
And then the bonus action, I'm going to drink a healing potion.
alright.
I guess it was not really awake when I made that one. I regained 4 hit points.
Oh, wow.
I rolled 1.
2 ones. Yeah. It happens.
It does.
Alright. So that brings us to me. Do I want to just magic missile this thing? Running low on spell slots here.
Magic missile her!
I could, yeah.
We can mop up that thing later.
Alright, yeah, I'll go for that. One more magic missile. Okay, 12 more points of force damage. She almost... You see her take all these bolts again. It's been just a succession of magic missiles that have been hitting her, apart from one bolt of lightning. And she nearly loses her feet. She just barely keeps her balance and is able to stand upright.
We've done 100 points of damage to her.
She's healed 3 times.
Yes, I know, but
Yeah.
that's an awful lot of damage she's absorbed.
Yeah, no, those were not standard healing potions she was using.
I expect not.
No. But she's just barely keeping her feet at this point.
Alright.
That's the best I can do, because there's not real point in moving up closer at this point. Especially not when I'm in melee with a Kinkademon pawn. So it's her turn now.
Her turn.
And she glares at you and says, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Because you should know that a vacuum in power is soon filled. Should the gods fall, then the titans shall rise."
About the best you can do is a dying monologue. And I said, I will take your place. So by the way, I want to do a perception check on her.
Go ahead.
I want to kind of bear what I've seen of her actions to figure out which branch of sorcery she's from.
That would probably be an Arcana check, actually. 18. Most of her spells seem to be mind-based to a certain degree, so you think that it probably is most likely she's most likely an aberrant mind sorcerer. You also know that they tend to have a degree of perception of the world that is somewhat different. Might explain why she was talking. It seemed like she was talking to herself there for a little bit. That she actually might be in connection with some alternate, some sort of, literally a mind more aberrant than hers in some other distant dimension, possibly. Most of her spells seem to be psychically based so far. Most of them target the mind, not the body.
Right. I was curious. What's she gonna do?
Yep. Alright. Well, the best she can do at the moment, which is kind of sad, is she is going to glare again, looking right in your eyes, and she says, "Halt!" There's a single word, and her eyes flash. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, that one is going to get re-rolled.
Okay.
That is my last luck point, by the way.
Last luck point. Okay.
Natural 20. One end of the spectrum to the other. That is the ninth natural 20 today.
This is getting very close. This was just not her fight, it seems. Well, the command spell that she casts on you fails. And you see genuine fear in her eyes for the first time, you think. The sad part is, yeah. That was the best. That was literally the best she could do in that situation.
Okay, so
That's her turn. That's her turn. She is going to. Well, she's going to basically move back up the staircase away from you. Which basically puts her right back at the door where she started, with her back to it. Not a good situation for her to be in, obviously.
back to the door.
Your owl is up now. Who can do nothing, really.
Nope.
Okay. Is your owl just going to hoot and flap its wings and stay there?
Wow.
The Keiko Demon is in melee with me and it.
Never mind. No, you're melee with. Oh, sorry, she's still melee with Keiko Demon.
Yeah, because her turn was to fly in, attack me, and end her turn.
Alright, never mind. We'll fly around.
Okay. It's now the pawn's turn. Who doesn't have a concept for how badly this is going. That is a 16 to hit. I'll just take it. I take 4 points of damage. That is the same amount your owl just did to me. That's kind of sad for this thing. And now we are back to you.
Alright, 2 more charges from the magic missile one.
She is more or less. She genuinely looks frightened at this point as she's starting to. As you can see that she's coming to the conclusion that there's not much she can do here.
Well, 4 more bolts of energy are traveling towards her.
Yeah.
That's a 4, a 4, a 4, and a 3.
1 away from max damage. So that's
max damage.
so.
12, 16, 19 points of force damage.
Okay. How do you kill this false god?
I look at her, point the wand, wave goodbye, and 4 bolts blast into her body.
Yep. Just tear through her like no like bolts of magic energy basically, and she falls back against the door and just slides down and crumples to the floor. Dead.
Finally, got rid of her! Ugh.
The fight, we're still in a fight technically because the King of Demon is still here. It's remained summoned for an hour, and it doesn't require concentration for her to keep, so it's just gonna keep fighting the nearest thing that is hostile to it, which is all of us.
That is my action. That's not killer. My action's done. So what I'll do is I'll move 30 feet towards her.
Towards her, okay. You're about 15 feet from her then. Okay.
I want to make sure.
Okay. Seeing that
Managing this out from a long distance, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Alright, well, seeing that is... I say, alright, time to just end this. Hear me say from below. I am going to hit with Frostbite, but I'm going to also give it a Portent just to finish it off. Because... So, it doesn't succeed with an 8 in total. Yeah. And more than enough damage to shatter it. And now I have to make a Charisma saving throw.
You have another portent that's good.
The other one I have is a 9, which is a fail. But that's a 7, plus 1 is 8, so it possesses.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm possessed for a round. It's your owl's turn now. We're technically still in combat until my next turn ends.
And that means you would have an attack of opportunity on her?
I'm technically hostile until the end of my next turn.
But she wouldn't know that.
She would not know that, because... Yeah.
So she would probably fly towards me.
Okay. So I get an attack of opportunity against your owl, whose armor class is 12, I think.
Something terrible.
Alright, it's a staff attack, so... So, that's another 8. That misses.
Woohoo! But doesn't that get rid of the Tinker Demon?
I'm possessed until the end of my next turn, no.
Okay. So did I see this when I was heading up the stairs?
No, you did not.
Did my owl see this?
No, because the owl didn't get hit. You can roll a perception check if you want, for her.
Yeah, she has good perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, she's noticed me take a swing at her.
And relays that information, I assume.
Yes. But from your experience, from our experience with these things...
I know what's going on, yeah.
Yeah, you also know it's temporary.
Yes.
We are back to you in the combat round, though. The combat is... Technically, there is no combatants left.
My action
Yeah.
will be to unsummon my owl.
Alright.
Reload!
Your owl is gone. I can basically dismiss this entire thing. Yeah.
And I will continue my movement to Vapula.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do any actions on her. It's not a bonus action to check her for vitals, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and face you at
Okay.
the side of Vapula's button.
Okay, the next thing that happens on my next round is the KK demon still in possession of me, forces me to dash up there, which is the best I can do, and then my turn ends and it expires. And that's it. So we're out of combat now.
Okay.
All right.
Burned through an awful lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, we did. I have 2 spell slots left.
I have 3.
Yeah, the wand is helping you a little there.
Mostly spent wand, though. Alright.
That is its purpose.
Is she dead?
She is dead.
Alright.
Well, if we want to be really technical about this, she's unconscious and bleeding out. Do you want me to start rolling death saves for her? She would have gotten one, so I'll just roll one.
She would have already had one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to do a medical check on her.
Okay, roll.
Not stabilizing her, just seeing.
You just want to see how it's going. Okay.
Yes, I want to see where she's at.
She has 4 gaping chest wounds.
Terrible, never mind.
She has 4 holes through her torso that look like this. Big.
Alright. Small aside conversation here. She needs to die, I know. That's the problem.
Yes. She does, as I say, coming up.
This goes so against my nature, though, just to let her bleed out. Or to help her along.
Less against mine, except for the fact she isn't a threat. But, I say, we thought we had... I just say, look around and says, we're both pretty spent. We both took quite a beating from that, and that was admittedly one-sided in our favor for the most part. But we're not going to get this another chance to this again. No.
I know. It is against my nature.
It is less against mine, I say.
Yes, but it would not. Let's say, saving her would not be appreciated. Let's just put it that way.
No. In fact, we save her. The first thing she does when she comes conscious is to try and kill us again.
No, she's not stupid.
No.
But at some future date, she's coming for us.
Yes. No, these...
You have a first level spell slot left?
I have 1 first and 1 second.
Detect magic?
I will cast Detect Magic if that's what you want.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Okay. Okay, well, the first thing you see me do is turn away from the door for a brief second.
Magical door.
Yeah. Alright, so...
How was she down here in the first
Yes, no, there's a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of investigating that goes on here in a little bit, I suspect. Alright, so the potion bottles are empty, and the skull was consumed. And they were both obviously magical. But she has a pair of rings on each hand, one on each hand, that are magical. One you saw its magic used. You saw it create that swirling nebula effect around her when she teleported.
Linked or something, yeah.
Yes.
And
Yep.
so take both those rings.
Alright. The other one, actually, you can roll an intelligence check as you take it off her if you want, because...
16.
Alright. The make is a little different, but as you hold it up to the ring of protection that you are wearing, you realize that these rings are very similar in appearance, and you suspect this is another ring of protection.
Okay, cool.
And you also remember, from that roll, that Wendell had one in his store until very recently that was purchased by someone.
And it looks like that one?
You didn't get a very good look. It looks... All rings of protection have a similar look. They have the same sort of shield engraving on it.
Alright. We'll pocket those.
Yeah.
Anything else on her? Magical? No?
Nothing magical, no. She does have that backpack that she was carrying, that she was pulling stuff out of.
Okay, I'll do a quick search on her.
Okay.
18.
Alright. You find the coin purse that was on her bodyguard's body. That she took.
Yeah.
There's about 100 gold in there.
Pays her bodyguards well.
Until they're dead.
Until they're dead. Alright, anything else
There-
on her value or interest?
Is also a scroll rolled up.
And does that show up with your magic?
It's not a spell. It's not a magical scroll.
Could just be orders.
Could be.
I'll open it up.
Alright, so you open it up. You unroll it. What languages do you know?
Common and halfling.
It is neither of those.
Okay.
I look it over, and it is not common, primordial, or gnomish.
Alright. Put that aside for the moment. We'll take it with us.
Yep. I do not have comprehensive languages prepared. I can cast it as a ritual, though.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
More important things. Does she have a symbol on her? Usually these part of the 7 types have some kind of symbol.
She has the symbol of the court on, like, a choker collar, which is the hand with the 7-pointed star on it.
Okay, we'll
Like
take
this.
that.
Okay? So you unfasten the choker collar. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might come in handy.
Might come in handy. You know that Zorak also wore the symbol because it was on his robes.
Yeah, so I don't think we... Did we think of taking that one? I can't remember.
No, we did not, but you currently look like him, so you obviously are wearing that as an illusion.
Okay. So there's nothing else on her of interest?
No.
Let's turn our attention to this door.
Which is very magical.
Okay, and it is also, you said, the other side of this.
So we're inside that building.
So that makes no sense for her to want to get out of this, because where we are should be where this...
No, there are 2 doors in this room. Okay, you were misunderstanding. So
Oh,
that door is at the base of the staircase behind us.
this door?
No, the door on the outside there
Yeah.
is at the is down at the base of the staircase by where we entered, on the secret passage. This is at this door is at the top of that staircase.
Oh,
So there are 2 large set of doors in here.
okay. Somehow I got messed up.
It's
I
fine.
thought we went down.
No.
But we also went up, that's true.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't worry about it. So this is the door inside this temple.
Whatever the structure is, yes.
I may lead to something of interest.
That may lead to something of interest.
Okay.
It is enchanted, I say.
Oh yeah. I saw you wince looking at it. I am going to, without touching it,
I am not... I'm not detecting any of those glyphs, though.
Well, that's good, because she was touching it.
Yeah, no, she also impacted it and slid down it, so there's blood on the door, too.
Alright, I am going to, or we are going to examine this for...
We still haven't killed her, by the way, yet. I'm just going to point that out.
Oh, she's still alive?
Okay, that's one. She's still breathing at the moment, but you notice that her breath is getting more difficult. I'm just going to give you a little peek behind the corner here. The first roll was death save was a 10, which is the borderline save. And she's rolled 2 fails. Should I just guarantee this, I say?
Sure.
I frostbite her. That's a fail. She dies.
I know, it had
Just as the frostbite cloud washes over, I say, sleep. And do not come back. I say
investigating the door.
I say to you, trust me, that had to be done.
Oh, I know. It's just... I just don't like doing that. Anyway.
Yes, I know. Defenseless opponents isn't always the easiest thing.
I'm catching up to you. Investigating the door. 10th number, natural 20.
There's a very good chance you might catch up to me here. Alright, so you're investigating the door. What were you specifically looking for? Because I can... that roll...
A total of 26.
Yes.
With a natural 20. And I'm examining this door in the attempt to open it safely.
Alright. Well, the first thing you notice is that there is no handle. There's no way of manually opening this. It is locked. It is latched somehow. But there is no physical device to open it. And you look along the seams and everything else. There doesn't seem to be any way of opening this door. And because you rolled so high on that check, you are suddenly looking at it and you realize that, yeah, there's writing on this door. And you realize, that looks familiar.
To the scroll?
No, it does not look like the same language, but we've seen this language before. Then you remember back to the plateau. We found a research facility that had a similar door to this, and the language you're pretty sure on that was Celestial, and you're pretty sure that's what this is. You can't read it obviously, but with that roll you're able to realize these are the same scripts, and that door could be opened by saying a word.
I remember the word.
You deal with that. It was Arda.
Arda.
No response.
Alright.
Clearly this
Different activation word.
different word to this door, but
Alright. It's time to ritual cast comprehend languages, I think.
alright, so that's the end of my detect magic. I'll sit down, take the 10 minutes I need to ritual cast comprehend languages.
Good. While you're doing that, I'm going to ritual cast Unseen Servant.
Okay, so we both take the time to cast ritual spells. You have your Unseen Servant, and I have comprehend languages. Alright, and I look this over and say, this is a lot.
Okay, what do we got?
Well, this is the same language we found in that Lyrian research facility.
Right.
But this is... okay, this is I think it's a code, is what I say. It's like they're lines of text, but they're not sentences. They do not make sense, basically. Even with comprehend languages.
Do the symbols move?
No, they're solid in place. This could take a while. You're probably right. This is probably the same sort of door we encountered before. We probably have to say a specific word or phrase to get this to open. But that, as I said, this is a lot of text to analyze in a short period of time.
Before we attune walnut, what is the scroll Not comprehend language is going.
Okay.
What language is it written in?
Okay, I take it. It says, all right, this is not celestial. This, all right, here's it. I'm not sure if the comprehend languages tells you what the language is. I'm just gonna roll intelligence check for this while I can read it. So, this is deep speech, which is rather obscure in itself. You don't see this very often.
Is it instructions by any chance on how to open this door?
No, they are instructions, but not on the door. I think these are Vapula's orders.
Oh.
Zorak had a scroll similar to this too, but his was in Draconic.
What are her orders?
Alright, the orders are to go to Vern's Run. You are to ensconce yourself there as quickly, simply, and as discreetly as you possibly can. You hear I chuckle a little bit at that, the last part. This actually might be subtle by their standards. We don't know. It says you are to await Zork, the Lord of Venom of. It says of the heart of the Lord of Dragons bloodline, and it says you are to assess the success of his mission when he reports to you, and it says his loyalty to the court, his dedication to the cause, and the level of success he has, at which point you are to report to us immediately. You are also there for two additional purposes. One is to ascertain the likelihood of bringing the township of Vern's Run into the court's dominion. It says, do this as discreetly and subtly as you can. There seems to be a number of individuals in Vern's Run who are capable of, who are skilled at surveillance. Just try to avoid discovery as much as possible. Secondly, we have come to the conclusion that there is a possible second research facility underneath Vern's Run, similar to the one on this isolated plateau that Zorak has been dispatched to. You are to ascertain the veracity, I think that's the right word, veracity of this claim, and to see if one of these so-called arcanum are located within this underground structure there. If it is, you are to claim it and bring it back for the court to be for the good of us all.
Alright. So,
and
they think there's a second possible thing from Lyria here then?
Yes. We assume it's that tetrahedron shape that was absent from the last one, that fit into that impression.
Alright.
I will note that the security to this facility seems to be much stronger than the last one, and it's much more intact than the previous facility we encountered, so it's possible it's still here.
Alright, the last time we had opened one of these doors, to get into the facility itself, it was a word.
Yes.
But once we're in, we're using lenses.
Yes, there was some sort of puzzle lock. There was a puzzle lock we had to deal with as well.
I have one of those.
Okay, yes.
So I'm going to pull it out.
Yep, you pull out the yellow lens that we kept from them.
Yep. I'm going to hold it up to the door, look through the door with it, see if it does anything.
Okay, you hold it up, you look through it. Nothing seems to happen.
Touch it to the door.
No reaction.
Worth a try.
It was, yes. And he said,
Okay. Can you, before your comprehend language still wears out, jot down the words that you see?
I can try. They're not really going anywhere, but I'll try.
Okay. So at least I can help you with this.
Yeah. Okay, well, it takes me the full length of my spell to do so, but I'm able to copy down the words on the parchment I have as well as I can. I said, okay, I got it all. It doesn't.
I will look at it.
Yep.
And what does it say?
What say? Oh, I was translating it. Was I?
Doesn't mean anything. You're leaving Celestial. I can just look at the door.
Okay. It is. It takes you a moment to realize that these are mostly just a string of numbers. like I said, it's not words. It's not a sentence. It's they are words. They're numbers. There's written out.
Is there a sequence to the numbers?
We'll have to look around at the current. Basically, I haven't done this yet. This is for future. There's something at the moment, so it's going to take us some time to figure this out, and we're a little worn at the moment. We're definitely not in any condition to take on what else is in this facility.
Might not be it. It could just be pick up the prize and get it.
Yes, I'm sure that that's what it's going to be. I say to you.
All right. Stepping aside from role playing for a second.
Yes.
This is as far as you got planning this.
Just for the moment, I was fairly confident we weren't going to be in any shape to go in here, go through that door, basically.
So, this is the edge of the map.
For the moment.
That's fine.
We still have to get back out of here.
Hmm? Oh yeah, we have to get out of here. And get by two of those things, whatever they are.
Well, we have that door, and we have that way out, and we have the door out. So.
I knew about unseen servant out already.
Okay.
My plan for the unseen servant, though, doesn't make any sense from this side of the door.
What was your plan for the unseen servant?
Oh, I was just gonna have it walk at full range from me and basically trip every last one of those things. So that means I was gonna have the ritual cast it 5 times.
Yes.
And then once it was all...
Well, assuming any of those glyphs of warding all of them are destructive spells.
True. If there's something else, it doesn't matter. Alright. Let's go back through the way we go.
So we go back into the tunnel.
Yep.
Alright.
There's nothing else in here, by the way. We did a thorough search.
There is a thorough search. There's carvings, there's statues, there's sconces, there's lit torches, that sort of thing, but it's mostly all decorative.
Okay. When we go through that secret door, I'm going to examine it and see how to close it.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Can it help?
Sure, roll at advantage.
Oh, so close to another nat 20. 25.
Okay, 25. You do find a well-hidden latch on this side, which causes the brick to slide, the block to slide back into place.
Alright. Close the door.
It's closed.
And then we know where the chamber is, where the two little octopus slug things are, right?
Yes.
Okay. Once we get close to that, time to be quiet.
Alright, well before then, I have some dexterity checks to make us have to climb back up here.
Oh, that's right, you can't just walk up.
You can just walk up them. I can't. Natural 1.
Okay, after your first fail...
Hang on, that's a 1. I'm afraid I do have to take damage from that. 1 point of damage.
After your first fail, I'll walk up.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a rope.
My rope is, we left it.
Where's your rope?
We tied it to the entrance to the cave so I could climb up that way. We left it. We left it there, and we didn't say we brought it with us. We untied it, so it's still stuck there. You could give me.
I'm going to
give me assistance.
Excuse me. I do have 2 patches on my cloak for 50-foot ropes.
Ah, are you gonna pull one of the? Is this the first use of the robe of many items?
Yeah, why not? I haven't used it at all
Alright, so you're going to pull one of the ropes off.
Yep. So you now have a 50-foot rope.
Okay.
And I will anchor it up top with some spikes and a hammer.
Yep.
And you can use that to help you on your way up.
Yes, and I am easily able to do so with your assistance there.
Alright.
Then we yank out that spike and rope and we move on to the next one. Because there was 2 of these. Easily enough. Easily enough.
Okay. Gonna put that back into my bag of holding.
I'm just going to say that you're having a good night for natural 20s. I'm having a really bad night for natural 1s.
Well, we have another chance for my 11th
natural 20.
coming up.
Yep. Fortunately, most of the natural 1s have not been on important things.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to send my...
Unseen servant?
Thank you. To send my unseen servant into the chamber ahead, off to one side,
Yep.
or with instructions just to fiddle with a couple of pebbles or something.
Yeah, just to pick up.
This is a minor distraction.
Yep.
And then during that time, we'll stealth our way across.
Okay. So, your unseen servant goes across. You feel it drop the pebble. You hear that, and they go over. Kind of making this little gurgling sound as they go. I'm just going to see if we're... Okay.
Wasn't a natural 20.
What wasn't a natural?
12.
12, okay. And okay, I have an 18. One of the creatures seems confused by this. One of the others is just looking at looking where the pebble fell and seems to come to the conclusion that it should snap out this way. That an invisible creature.
I'm trying to attack my unseen servant.
Yes.
Alright.
So the unseen servant is invisible, so this is a disadvantage to hit. I think it's got like an armor class 10, doesn't it?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm going to... this is borderline. Alright, one last check for... Unseen servant. Armor class 10. You no longer have an unseen servant.
Oh well.
But both of us were able to sneak past with ease.
Alright. Yeah, just head on.
Yeah. So we head through the remainder of this tunnel easily enough. We get back. I reclaim my rope, and I hand you the other one that you got because it's now a permanent rope, so you have it.
Yeah. I already put that in my bag of holding.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
down we go, and then of course we have to cross the river still.
Yes.
Gonna try jumping across.
All right. 9. Okay, that is a fail. You make it halfway across and land in the water.
Okay.
This could be interesting. Make a strength saving throw.
I'm being pulled under, am I?
Well, I'm going to see if you can resist the current. How well you resist the current here.
19.
19. Okay, you were able to keep you underwater. You're able to swim to the surface, and you're able to struggle against the current for a moment. It is going to be pushing you downstream at a steady rate, but it doesn't take you by surprise initially.
Alright. I'm gonna put on my cap of water breathing.
Your head's above water. It's fine.
Alright.
But yes, you can. All right. I'm going to try and throw you a rope.
Oh, alright.
I think I miss with a 7.
Okay. Can I cross the river with a 19?
It's going to be a separate strength check for that.
Well,
So-
7 feet.
Yes, this is going to be. Yeah, there's going to be one more strength check, just to be sure. Bear in mind, your swimming speed is half what your walking speed is, and this is and it's also this is a strong current river, so it's even lower.
I am going to cast Expeditious Retreat, which is going to drastically increase my movement rate.
Which does work for swimming, yes.
Oh, so close to a 20. 19.
You do manage to make it to the other bank.
I wanted those 20s so badly.
Yes, I know. Seeing that you've made it there, I'm going to roll up my rope, and I'm just going to Misty Step across again.
Nice!
For the first time in a very long time in our game, I'm out of spell slots.
I still have a couple, but none of those are going to help me in this. Probably should have cast Expeditious Retreat for when I was doing the jump. Maybe would have helped that a bit, but anyway. What can I say?
Alright.
Nothing you can do about it now.
Nothing we can do about it. We are across, though.
Yes. We are wet. I'm wet.
Yep.
And
I'm always wet.
and it's time to get out of here, I think.
Yes. The good news is, we know the way out.
Yes. You know the way out. And with my slippers, I don't really have to worry about making any checks anymore, unfortunately and fortunately. I'm going to have to settle for 10 natural 20s in one session.
Still a good game for that.
Yeah. I'm very happy with that. I didn't think that would ever get duplicated.
No, it was definite, but close. Well, technically it wasn't duplicated, but yeah. Alright, so we're able to, just to speed this up a little bit, we're able to get through the tunnel. We're able to get back up through the basement. We're able to go back out through the exit we came through.
Yeah.
The area is still cordoned off.
Yeah. Just to keep this official, walk up to that guard I talked to.
You're still dressed as Zork, but you're still disguised as Zork, by the way.
No, let that go.
Okay, you didn't mention that.
I know. My bad.
Okay, so you've dropped the disguise self.
Yes, actually that's true. Has it been an hour?
Altogether, no. It's probably been about half an hour since you cast it. Oh, no, it has. It has. I had to use the full... No. So yes, it did, because I had to use the full time of confront languages, which is an hour, to translate, to transcribe that down.
I'm going to find that guard. Say I'm sorry. We did find some dead bodies, but there's no other survivors that we noticed.
Okay. Well, it says... You see him, thank you for your assistance in this time of dire need. You also see him just looking over in his shoulder at someone in the crowd after he says that.
His line of sight. Who is he looking at?
You see a familiar tiefling man just dressed in a dark cloak there. You see Samal just looking at it like...
I'm gonna head over.
You think Reardon might be giving a little bit of assistance here with this
Right.
officially.
I go over to him.
Yep.
So you know that little thing that we were planning?
This, yes.
I'm gonna keep my voice low so no one nearby can hopefully hear us. Well, apparently she had other plans.
Ah, and those plans have been dealt with? He asks.
Yes. She caused this. Searching for something. We prevented her from finding it.
He
She
says,
is no longer a threat.
good. He says, well, for the moment, I think we can let things rest then. So Reardon and the rest of the town council will be discussing what to do in this situation, for the most part. But I do believe we can leave things as they are for the time being.
Yes. Let Reardon know that his fears were justified. She was a bad person.
He says, yes, well, the Court of the Seven is not necessarily the best group to have sneaking around.
Alright, we'll be in touch.
Alright. So we part ways with Samal as he heads off, just more or less disappears into the crowd.
As we turn away from him, that guard that was checking him out, does he notice that we were talking to him?
Yes, he does. He seems to be trying to look like he's not paying attention to the fact that we were talking to him, but it's quite obvious.
I'm going to do an insight check on him. Does this help or hinder his opinion of us? 16.
You get the same feeling he knows who Samal works for, and he understands that this is some sort of official business that is above his pay grade. And that's basically the end of it. It's like he understands that, all right, this is some sort of unofficially sanctioned work, effectively, that we were carrying out.
Unofficially sanctioned work.
Yes.
Or investigation of what happened.
Yes.
All right.
He seems to understand that. That's like, all right, fine.
Okay. I'll come out once somewhere off to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have her do one more fly over the whole area.
Yeah.
I want to check to see if there's anyone else.
Okay. Well, to aid with that, we should probably go back to the previous slide.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so Vern's Run technically looks like this at the moment. So this is what Vern's Run kind of looks like at the moment.
Fire.
Yes, the fire's been put out.
So I'm going to have her do a circle and see if she can perceive anyone else who seems to be taking a particular interest. We know some of the operatives in town now, so I want to see if any of them are around.
Okay.
Someone else.
Roll a hefty perception check. This is all just because you wanted to see if you can roll another natural 20.
Of course! That's what I'm trying to do. 12.
If there are, they're inconspicuous enough that they do not catch your notice.
Well, I have no more luck points to burn even on this frivolous thing, so...
Yeah.
The inspiration is used. Well, I guess that's it.
Yep. Alright, one thing that I was planning to bring up at the start of this before everything went hectic, I said, is there are some things that we should probably pick up at Wendell's, and we have a lot more money to do so now.
Yes.
We're going to attempt to identify these items we picked off her.
I think before we go to Wendell's, we should go back, have a meal, rest, make a short rest.
Okay.
Regain some hit points.
Yep.
I am going to pull for the hit points. Use half my hit die in this, so this. Easily regain all my hit points. And I'll regain 2 first level spell slots.
So do I. I'll do the same.
And after a short rest, I will cast Identify on both the rings.
Alright. One is indeed a +1 ring of protection.
Yep.
The other thing takes you a little bit by surprise is the fact the ring is not magical. It's the gemstone that is embedded, that is built into the ring that is magical, specifically.
Okay.
This is what is known as an astral shard.
And what does that do besides make you blink?
Oh, that is predominantly what it does. So I'm just going to bring up the official word page here. So it does require attunement, but it specifically requires attunement by a sorcerer. So you can't attune to this. Yeah.
Alright.
The crystal is a solidified shard of the astral plane swirling with silvery mist. As an action, you can attach the shard to a tiny object, such as a weapon or a piece of jewelry, in this case the ring, or detach it. It falls off if your attunement to it ends. You can use the shard as a spellcasting focus for your sorceress spells while you hold it. Whenever you use a meta magic option on a spell while you are holding or wearing the shard, immediately after casting the spell, you can teleport up to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of you. So it's a free Misty Step, basically.
But isn't the attunement ended now that she's dead?
Yes.
So what happens to the ring?
The gem is still attached to it, basically.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it has some value.
Yes, it is a rare magic item.
Oh.
So.
They have a lot of value.
Yes. And it's one we cannot use. You can, however, use the other ring of protection, the ring of protection, if you want.
Yes.
Because you already have one, but.
I'm quite happy to have another one, but this is.
Well, you have. Oh, we finished the short rest already, but you could have attuned to it over the short rest if you wanted.
Yes, but I want to go see what Wendell has. So.
All right.
Last time I checked, he had something that we might have attuning to. So.
All right.
Let's go check that out. I think you don't want the +1 ring of protection.
There was something he had that I had my eyes on too, that I might want to pick up.
All right, let's head back.
So we should probably divide the gold we have since we're going to go do some shopping first.
So that would be
1,600 gold pieces, I believe, in total.
575 each.
Shouldn't it not be? That's not nearly enough.
Yeah, 500 gold.
There was 1,500 gold.
Oh, sorry. It was platinum pieces, not gold pieces.
It was there was 1,500 gold in that chest total. 500 gold pieces, 50 platinum, which came up to 50 gold, and the gems, which also equal
So
500 gold, plus the 100 we took off of her.
800 each.
800 each, yes.
Alright. So Wendell's we go.
Yes. That is a lot of money.
Well, she was
Yes.
ensconced in the most expensive
No,
place
it
you
makes sense. I'm
possibly
just saying we're carrying a lot of money on us at the moment in a town that has thieves. So yeah, we should spend this.
Alright. Let's go spend some money.
Yes. Alright. We also have a magic item that we cannot use, so...
And has value.
Yes, I'm just going to look up again. Cost by rarity. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we go into Wendell's, who is... he's there, says, "Oh, hello." He says, "You two look like you've had an exciting day."
Hardly a dull moment I've noticed in this town.
Oh, it can be. He says, "What can I get for you two?"
What do you have? Anything changed since last time?
Remember those warding stones I told you about?
Yeah.
Sold all those off.
Oh, okay.
I had brewed a fresh batch of healing potions,
Yep.
but they've all been, again, purchased for the upcoming military campaign, so I don't have any of those. They also bought out my potions of heroism, I'm afraid, if you were interested in buying those.
No, but I might be interested in some dragon lily extract. Do you have any left?
I still have some of that left, yes. Let's see what else do I have. It says, that's mostly everything. Some of the more higher price items are always hard to find a buyer for. It says,
You, last time I was here, had a ring of spell story. I had a brain fart there for a second.
still have it.
So, first off, I hold up the ring to him.
I assume you're holding up the astral shard, which is the
Yes.
okay. He does that. He goes, see him cast an identify spell on it. He goes, oh, he says one of these. A bit more of a niche item due to the fact that only sorcerers can use them, but there's always someone coming through town who might be interested in this. He says, yep, good idea attaching it to a ring, actually. He says, I assume, are we setting up a trade here?
Yes, I would be interested in the Ring of Spell story.
All right.
And also some extract, the Tiger Lily.
Dragon Lily.
And Dragon Lily, my bad. Tiger Lily is a real
I think Tiger Lily is a real flower.
I've got some in the front yard. And possibly also some paper and ink. So.
All right. He says, all right. He says, well, with that, he says, well, I can give you. He says, I have 4 doses of the Dragon Lily nectar I'm willing to part with at the moment.
Okay.
Says the ink and paper. Yep. Okay. And the ring. So this is going to more than cover the cost for those 2. Says. All right. He says I'm just going to do a little check here. All right. So 20 gold, 25. Yeah. It says. And well, the ring of spell storing is normally 2,500 is the gold cost. We'll say the ring is going to cover all but 1,000 gold pieces of that, so it's covering basically 3/5 of the cost of the ring of spell storing.
Yes, but my partner here is going to get half that value of that ring, so.
Oh yes, he says.
So, what's the value of the ring by itself?
This ring, the astral shard,
Yes.
says I probably 2,000 gold is what it is in total.
Alright, so 1,000 of that I will use.
Yeah.
The ring of spell storing is
2,500.
2,500.
Mhm.
And how much for the Dragon Lily extract?
For the 4 doses, it'd be 200.
200 for that.
Yeah. And how much ink and paper are you wanting? He says. This.
They're 50 apiece, right?
Yes.
100. $200 worth. So 200 gold pieces worth. So another 4 of those.
All right. So our 400 currently, and the ring of spell storing is 2,500. So 600 gold pieces value of the shard is going towards the ring, which brings it down to 1,900.
Yeah.
How much gold do you have on you currently?
What was it? The ring is 2,500.
Yes.
My purchases are
800. 400 together. Yes. And the shard was worth 1,000 total for your half.
yes. So 1,900 still left.
Yes.
Okay. And my share of the gold was 900, wasn't it?
We split it 800 gold pieces each.
So that's alright, down to 1,100.
Yeah.
And I have 23 100 GP gems still.
And you have gold on you too.
I have gold too.
How much gold do you have on you?
Before all this, 927. We would pile up quite a stockpile.
All right. Well, between you can easily get it then.
Alright, so
Just depends on which you want to hang on to more of, the gold or the gems.
I'm going to keep 400 gold.
Mm-hmm. All right. That brings the price down to 600.
5, so that leaves 6. So I will
600.
give him 6 100 GP gems.
Yes. All right. He hands you the ink and paper. He hands you the Dragon Lily nectar and the ring of spell storing.
These slippers of spider climb require attunement, correct?
Yes. Yes, you are now carrying 4 magic items, all of which require attunement.
Yeah, so is he interested in the slippers?
If you're willing to part with them, yes.
Yep.
Alright. He's willing to basically buy them off you for 400 gold for the slippers.
Alright, so I will keep back 4 gems then.
Okay. And you no longer are attuned to your slippers, and you've sold them. I hope you kept your boots. Because you've been wearing them.
Boots back on.
Yeah. Alright then.
Even though they came in really handy, I think the other items will come in more handy.
Alright. My turn. So I have 1,000 gold there. That's nice to add to that. Alright. I also going to spend 1,000 of the gold I just got from 800 and plus a bit more from what I had before. So that's 2,000 to get the Ring of the Ram, which is a magic item I thought that would come in handy because I've noticed I tend to fall a bit behind on offensive capabilities compared to you. Oh, we still have the Vicious Dagger too. Yeah. That's fine.
Sell it. No point hanging on to it.
Yeah. Alright. I also needed some spell components. Because one thing that we've let slide for a little while, if peek behind the curtain, is when we reached 4th level, we forgot that we each got an extra cantrip.
Yep.
We thought it was 5th. It's been so we each picked up a new. So I needed, and I also picked up some spells recently that I forgot to take the spell components for. So I'm going to. I think I'll keep the dagger for the moment.
Alright.
But I'm going to need. Between the gold I'm giving and the gem, and 1 gem, I'm going to be able to get the spell components I need. Because the components I need are a small segment of copper wire, which is for message, the cantrip I picked up. And I need some 100 gold pieces worth of gold dust for arcane lock, which I picked up, and a small vial of mixture of talc and powdered silver for seeing visibility. So the 1 gem is going to cover that cost easily. Wendell's not going to. Yeah. And I will have attuned to the ring, or the ram, by our next rest. And you are going to, I assume, attune to your new rings.
Yep, both of them.
Yep. And after that, I think we should head back to the inn and take a much-deserved rest. And a much-deserved meal.
Yes.
And that's where we're going to be calling it today.
Yeah, worked out really well.
Yep. Thank you for joining us.
Battle with her for a long time.
Yes, and all the planning was for naught.
Yeah.
Because we thought we were fighting her in her room the entire time. You could not believe the amount of times that we brought up when we were talking about this and thinking to myself, he doesn't know the fact that this isn't going to happen that way at all.
Oh well, what can you do?
What can you do?
We have one more important thread that we need to take care of. We've been putting that off too long.
And this is Bree.
We need to find Bree.
Yes, I think we've successfully secured the plateau's safety for the time being. We've now killed the 2nd member of the Court of the Seven we've run across.
Well, at least for the moment, yeah. Unfortunately, my intent to have it blamed on Zorik does not matter because no one will ever see it. No one knows.
Well, that's something you can explore down in the future. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please remember to like and subscribe. And we hope to see you again next time as we continue our adventures in this world of ours that we've made.
Yep.
Thank you.